They banned my pool for visual disturbance, so I built a shark moat around my house. The letter arrived on a Tuesday, sealed with the Karen Homeowners Association's crisp logo. My pool, my pride, my sanctuary after years of grinding at a soul-sucking desk job, was deemed a visual disturbance. Too blue, they said. Too reflective. Mrs. Henderson, the HOA president with her perpetually pursed lips, claimed it clashed with the neighborhood's aesthetic harmony. I laughed at first. Then I read the fine. $5,000 or fill it in. My blood boiled. This was my land, my home, my damn pool. I'd earned every shimmering tile. I wasn't caving to their beige tyranny. I tried reasoning. I showed up at their meeting, my work boots still dusty, and pleaded my case. They stared like I was a stray dog. Rules are rules, Mr. Callahan, Henderson sniffed. Her cronies nodded, their pearls gleaming under fluorescent lights. I saw red but held my tongue. That night, I sat by my pool, its water glowing under the stars, and made a vow. If they wanted a disturbance, I'd give them one. The idea hit me at 3 a.m. A moat. Not just any moat, a shark moat. Absurd? Sure. But so was their vendetta against my pool. I had savings, connections from my old construction days, and a friend in marine logistics who owed me a favor. By week's end, excavators roared around my property, carving a 15-foot-wide trench. Neighbors gawked. Henderson's minivan slowed to a crawl daily, her eyes narrowing. I waved cheerfully, my heart pounding with defiance. The sharks arrived in a refrigerated truck, 3 nurse sharks, harmless but menacing enough with their sleek, gray bodies. I named them Liberty, Justice, and Spite. The moat filled, murky and alive, circling my house like a liquid fortress. I built a drawbridge from scrap wood, grinning as it creaked into place. My pool stayed, untouched, a glowing middle finger to the HOA. The backlash was swift. Henderson rallied her army petitions, lawyers, even a news crew. They camped across the street, shouting about property values and safety. I stood my ground, arms crossed, Spite's fins slicing the water behind me. You started this, I yelled. You banned my pool for nothing. Their faces twisted anger, fear, disgust. I felt alive, untouchable. Then came Ellie, the twist I didn't see coming. She was 16, Henderson's granddaughter, quiet and wide-eyed, always trailing her grandma at HOA meetings. One evening, she knocked on my drawbridge. Mr. Callahan, she whispered, glancing back at the darkening street. I think what you did is kind of cool. She handed me a crumpled drawing. My moat, sharks circling, with a rainbow over my pool. My chest tightened. Why are you here, kid? I asked. She shrugged. Grandma's wrong. She controls everything. I just wanted you to know. Not everyone hates you. Ellie's words haunted me. I started noticing the cracks in the HOA's crusade. Neighbors whispered behind Henderson's back, tired of her iron grip. Some even smirked at my moat, snapping selfies when she wasn't looking. But the fight was draining me. Legal fees piled up. The sharks needed feeding, and my savings dwindled. At night, I stared at my pool, its glow dimmer somehow, and wondered if I'd gone too far. The end came fast. A city inspector, tipped off by Henderson, declared my moat a public hazard. I had 48 hours to drain it or face jail. I fought, called every contact I had, but the law was clear. On the final day, I stood by the moat, watching liberty and justice swim. Ellie appeared, tears streaking her face. I'm sorry, she said. I nodded, unable to speak. As the pumps roared, draining my defiance, Henderson watched from her porch, victorious. My pool was safe, but at what cost? The sharks were already gone when I learned the bitter truth. Ellie had tipped off the inspector, not out of spite, but fear her grandma had threatened to cut her off, to ruin her college dreams, if she didn't comply. I found her drawing in the mud, torn and soaked. My heart broke, not for me, but for her, caught in the crossfire of our war. Now my house stands alone, the moat a scar of dried earth. The pool's still there, but I can't swim in it without tasting bile. The neighborhood's quiet, too quiet, like a battlefield after the guns fall silent. Henderson's still queen, but her crown's tarnished. I see it in the neighbor's eyes, doubt, resentment. Maybe that's my victory. Maybe it's nothing. Was I right to fight? Was my moat justice or madness? Share your thoughts. What would you do when pushed to the edge?